As you probably just saw, I just could not, maybe it's just me as dad, but whenever I would see her perform on stage in different kinds of events that she has gone on, I just could not keep my eyes off of her. And sometimes the devotional aspect of the performance raises the dance to such a level, it truly becomes kind of intoxicating. And it is said that in this dance, sometimes the dancer connects more with the higher consciousness and takes leave of this physical consciousness. To that extent, Bharatanatyam is a completely devotional dance. Now to talk a couple minutes about the meaning of word Arangetram. Arangetram literally means ascending the stage. And after this ceremony, the dancer is supposedly ready to publicly perform before the audience. And that's the significance of this Arangetram ceremony. Kuhu as a little girl, as we call her at home, Kuhu, she has two names, Kuhu and Sabhya. And when she was born, there was a big debate, as it is probably in all families, what should she be named? And I was bent upon calling her Sabhya, which means civilized, a civilized person. And Kuhu is the lovely sound of a bird, and that's what the choice came from her mother, Nilum. And it's truly gratifying that she has literally personified both words, both names by which we have always called her. She has always been very, very pleasant, never getting upset with me, with mom, or with Shobit, the sibling. And she has always been very cultured, very civilized. She has never shown, and sometimes when kids are growing up, there could be occasions when the times can get difficult. But she has always shown such a civilized and cultured kind of behavior. I have never experienced the true tantrums of a teen growing up, so I really don't know what some parents talk about. It's truly a compliment to her, and I wish her, I want her to know that it is something which we as parents have always valued a lot. She has meant such a tremendous amount of pure joy, sheer joy that she has given us always. In another sense, when she started learning Bharatanatyam, initially we thought it is something which she will probably, just like some other fad, will pass away. And we really did not think that she will stick on with Srimati Jharna when she started at about 9 years old. And in that sense, it's purely a compliment to Jharna ji, that she gave her so much love, affection, so much of a bond which she could build with the kids, that she has continued and persisted in her learning process. It is not easy to do something for 9 years, to dance for hours together. And when it is so classical in its content, which is not really the Bollywood style, which is not really the hippie style, and something which is going in parties, which she can do with her friends, she has shown a huge amount of perseverance in that sense. And the other things which she has continued to do in her school, in her volunteer hours, and in her other activities, all of them have given us such a tremendous amount of joy. At least not having grown up in this country, I really had no idea what could possibly volunteer work mean. And it was something, an eye-opener when we saw the kids volunteering for so many hours for such, and at an expense of sometimes all other things that we, as an Indian family growing up, we were taught to value, that academics takes the first place in every way. And we would see that she is probably not thinking in the same line. She gives preference to volunteer work, she gives preference to dance performances, and she would go on and on and on, and I would just fail to understand sometimes, where is this coming from? But when we finally see her performing in this manner, then I think the things come back together, they add up, and we feel proud of that she has really achieved something humongous. Coming on to the third performance today, which is called Alaaripu. This is one of, again, a very short and simple kind of performance. Having created a devotional atmosphere with Pushpanjali and Tode Mangalam, Alaaripu is another invocatory piece wherein the dancer pays her obeisance to the god. Alar or Alaru in Dravidian literally means to blossom or to flower. In the context of dance, it signifies opening up of the limbs of the dancer. She's warming up, and if she has not warmed up already, I don't know what warming up means. But in this piece, she's supposed to warm up to perform more complicated and intricate footwork in the sequences, in the pieces which will follow after this piece. It is based on tal or rhythm alone. You will not hear too many lyrics in this performance. It is based on just the tal, the beat. And in this, the dancer again identifies, because it's beat, the music, she identifies with the universal consciousness of God. So here, Sabhya presents Alaaripu.
Tati ya te yum tat kam kita tati ya te yum tagadam hit kam kita takali tati kita 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 tagadam Hitam kita takati, hati kita takatam. Hitam kita takati, hati kita takatam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati tam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati tam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kita takati, hati kita takatam. Hitam the kita takati, hati kita takatam. Hitam 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 kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati tam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati tam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati hitam kerti, hati tam. Hitam kerti, hati hitam kerti, hati tam. Hitam kerti, hati hitam kerti, hati tam. Hitam kerti, hati hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kita takati, hati kita takatam. 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 Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati tam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati kertam. Hitam kerti, hati hitam kerti, hati tam. 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 Hitam kerti, hati hitam kerti, hati ta ta jam karita tragadum jam karita karita tragadum tani kita tum tragadum tani kita tum tragadum tani kita tum ta hitam juput tak 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 chana tak diku tak diku kita tu tati ya ti tat tat tam kita tak ti ya ti yum ti tat tam kita tak tam.
Now, After this performance of Alaaripu, we wanted to share how Sabhya grew up, and we have put together a small slide presentation. In this we will show you some of the childhood things, some of the family pictures, how we all as Gupta family have come together, and frankly, I'm too technically challenged to put this all together. So this has all been done by Sabhya herself. And although it's supposedly a surprise, but she has put it all together. So here is Sabhya in her childhood in slides, in some pictures. This is her first performance when she was 7 years old as Krishna. This is when we realized she has probably got a talent for dancing. And now the Gupta family coming together, always dancing. She is here with us, little bit grown up. And Saudi and Taiji, the dancing couple of Virginia. But you all know them. And another classical performance by Sabhya and her group. teaching in the summer program. So this is the daycare center where she was teaching some kids and bringing them together in a dance performance. All pre-kindergarten kids. Is a challenge just to hold them and hold their attention. And this is her one of the years where, as South Asian Students Association in their high school, they would perform an Indian cultural event every year. And this is the last year, the recent year, where she was one of the officers of this club. Bharatanatyam training to dance in the modern music. Split up, some were on stage, some had come down, and here she is in front of the audience. This was the final piece of their Sasa, the Students of South Asian performance.